Have you ever thought about what your morning habits say about your health? Imagine waking up every morning feeling sharp, full of energy, and ready to tackle whatever comes your way. It's a powerful feeling, isn't it? But what if those little habits you go through every morning, how you feel when you first wake up, what your body is telling you, could reveal important details about your overall health? Believe it or not, subtle signs in your morning routine might give you critical insights into the state of your brain, digestive system, and physical well-being. These signs could even help you spot potential health issues before they become serious problems. In this video, we're going to take a closer look at 3 key health indicators you can check every morning to give you a better understanding of where your health stands. It might sound simple, but paying attention to these little things can make a world of difference. Why should you stick around until the end? By the time we're done, you'll not only know how to recognize these essential health signs, but you'll also walk away with practical tips you can use right now to boost your well-being. You'll be empowered to take control of your health, improve your daily routine, and even prevent some of the most common health issues that affect many of us as we age. Plus, I'm going to share an inspiring story of one person who made a life-changing decision to take control of her health, and how that simple choice turned everything around. Whether you're in your 40s, 50s, or 60s, or if you're just someone who's health conscious and looking to stay ahead of the curve, this video is packed with valuable information that can transform your daily routine and lead you to a happier, healthier life. These insights are not just for the older generations. They're universal for anyone looking to thrive. Don't miss out on these life-changing tips. Stick around to the end so you can empower yourself with the knowledge you need to take your health to the next level. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I highly recommend hitting that subscribe button and activating the notification bell so you never miss another video. Your support means so much to me. If you like this content, don't forget to hit the like button and share it with your friends. Help me keep spreading these important messages. Let me know what you think. If this topic interests you, please comment 1. If not, feel free to leave a 0 and let me know how I can improve my videos for you. I always appreciate your feedback. Now, let's dive right in. First sign: clear mind upon waking up. When we wake up each morning, the state of our mind is one of the most powerful indicators of our overall health. As we age, especially in our 40s, 50s, and beyond, the clarity and sharpness of our brain when we first open our eyes is not just a simple moment. It's a reflection of our mental well-being. Think about it. How you feel the instant you wake up can tell you so much about the health of your brain. If you open your eyes and feel mentally alert, clear-headed, and able to recall details without effort, it's like a little whisper of reassurance from your body. Hey, you're in a good place. And I can't stress enough how much this means. It's a sign that your brain is still functioning at a high level, capable of helping you navigate life's daily tasks with ease and grace. It's not just about the simple act of remembering things either. A healthy brain is your fortress against more serious, daunting health risks, like cognitive decline or even a stroke. Isn't it amazing when your mind feels sharp? It's such a gift, and we tend to overlook how important it is. The peace that comes from knowing your brain is working in harmony with your body, helping you live your life fully, is so powerful. But let's pause for a moment and reflect. While mornings can bring this sense of clarity, they can also be the most vulnerable time for our bodies. Our systems are just waking up, and certain risks, particularly for older adults, tend to be higher during this time. You've probably heard it before, but strokes, those devastating, sudden events, are more likely to occur in the early hours, without any warning. The thought of a stroke, or conditions like cerebral hemorrhages or brain aneurysms, is terrifying. They can quickly disrupt the flow of blood to the brain and cause irreversible damage if not addressed immediately. This is why it's crucial, so important, to listen to your body when you wake up. It's easy to take your health for granted, but the subtle signs that our body gives us first thing in the morning are often the earliest warning signals. If you experience dizziness that lingers, unexplained headaches, or if you notice a shift in your memory or reaction time, don't brush it off. These little cues could be the body's way of telling you that something's amiss, especially as we age. Trust me when I say this, if you start to notice any of these symptoms, don't wait. Don't let them slip away without acknowledging them. A visit to your doctor or healthcare provider could save you from much more serious issues down the road. We all know the importance of staying on top of our health, but it's especially critical if you have a history of high blood pressure, diabetes, or high cholesterol. These conditions can elevate your risk of developing vascular and brain-related problems. But there's good news, too. This is not a hopeless situation. Routine health checkups are an absolute lifeline. They're one of the most powerful tools we have for catching potential issues before they become more significant problems. Remember, prevention is key. Don't wait for your health to deteriorate before you seek help. Start early, stay consistent, and trust in the power of small, daily habits. Taking care of your brain doesn't need to be complicated or overwhelming. A few simple, intentional actions can make all the difference in maintaining that mental sharpness we all crave. Here's what I know from personal experience. It all starts with consistency. Having a structured daily routine that trains your mind to stay alert is a game changer. And let's not underestimate the power of sleep. Your brain needs quality rest, deep, uninterrupted sleep, to recharge. Sleep is when your brain processes, clears out toxins, and gets ready for the day ahead. Without it, nothing else really matters. Exercise is equally vital. Even a light walk or a short yoga session in the morning can invigorate your body, improve blood circulation, and give your brain the support it needs to function at its best. Then there's the role of nutrition, feeding your brain the right fuel. I always say, eat to nourish. A diet rich in healthy fats, antioxidants, and vitamins is like a miracle for your mind. Think leafy greens, nuts, fatty fish. These are all brain boosters. Avoid the processed junk. Yes, I know those sugary snacks and greasy foods can be tempting, but they're like a slow poison for your brain. Why would you sabotage your mental clarity for a momentary pleasure? But it's not all about what you put into your body. It's also about taking care of your mental space. Give your mind some peace in the mornings. Unplug from the chaos, and take a few moments to center yourself. Whether it's through reading a good book, meditating, or sharing a laugh with family, these small moments of peace can work wonders. Stress is such a silent killer. Over time, it chips away at both your brain and body, and we often don't even notice until it's too late. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Caring for your brain is not about perfection. It's about being mindful and proactive. So listen to your body, cultivate those simple habits, and give yourself the gift of mental clarity. It's one of the most precious gifts you can give yourself. A healthy brain at the start of your day sets the tone for everything that comes after it. It sets the tone for a day filled with purpose, joy, and productivity. And when you're consistent with this, it ultimately paves the way for a long, healthy life. Trust me, your brain deserves the best care you can give it. Second sign, appetite upon waking up. Breakfast is often touted as the most important meal of the day. But did you know that the way your body responds to breakfast can reveal far more about your health than you might think? For those of us in our 40s, 50s, and beyond, this simple, seemingly mundane moment of hunger, or lack thereof, can be one of the clearest indicators of how well our bodies are functioning. The way our body responds to the idea of food in the morning is not only about satisfying a physical need. It's about understanding the complex relationship between our digestive system and overall well-being. After a long night's sleep, when our body has had time to process the food from the day before, our digestive system wakes up too. This period of fasting overnight is a natural reset for our bodies, and as the new day begins, our stomach usually sends us a signal, a request for fuel. The way we react to that signal is incredibly telling. If you wake up feeling genuinely hungry, if you look forward to the idea of a wholesome breakfast, this is a beautiful, powerful sign that your digestive system is functioning well. Hunger in the morning is not just a fleeting feeling. It's your body's way of telling you that everything is in balance. It's a sign that your metabolism is functioning properly, your digestive enzymes are at work, and your body is ready to absorb and utilize the nutrients it needs to power you through the day. Think of it as a gentle reminder from your body that all systems go, that after hours of rest, your metabolism is revved up and eager to start processing food again. When we are in our 40s or 50s, we often start to see changes in our bodies that were once imperceptible. This might include shifts in metabolism, energy levels, or even how we feel about food. However, waking up with a healthy appetite signals that your body is still capable of doing the most fundamental thing: nourishing itself. There's a quiet joy in realizing that, despite the passage of time, your body is still responding to the natural cues of hunger that it did in your youth. This kind of appetite isn't just about satisfying your stomach. A healthy hunger in the morning is also about setting the tone for the rest of your day. Eating a nutrient-dense breakfast provides your body with the energy it needs to kickstart your metabolism and fuel your activities. It's like filling up a tank of gas before heading out on a road trip. You wouldn't set off without ensuring your car has enough fuel, and similarly, you shouldn't face the day without providing your body the fuel it requires. A balanced breakfast also helps to regulate your blood sugar levels, preventing that dreaded mid-morning slump and ensuring that your energy stays stable throughout the day. People who regularly have a satisfying breakfast often experience better focus, fewer cravings, and a greater sense of overall well-being throughout the day. But here's the thing: not everyone wakes up with a hunger that begs to be satisfied. Some of us might find that, as we get older, we don't feel particularly hungry in the morning, or worse, we feel repelled by the idea of food altogether. For some, the thought of breakfast might even seem unappealing, or maybe it's just something we force ourselves to do out of habit rather than out of genuine desire. If this is a consistent feeling, it's important to pay attention. When appetite loss becomes the norm rather than the exception, it can be an early warning sign that something is off in your body. It's easy to dismiss these subtle signs as part of the natural aging process, but it's crucial to consider that changes in appetite, particularly in the morning, can be indicative of underlying health issues. As we age, our bodies can start to show signs of wear and tear, and unfortunately, our digestive system is one of the first areas to experience these changes. The loss of appetite or the inability to stomach food when you first wake up can signal digestive conditions such as gastritis, which is inflammation of the stomach lining, or stomach ulcers, which are painful sores in the stomach that can affect how food is processed. These conditions can diminish your desire for food, making it difficult to feel hungry or even enjoy the foods you once loved. More seriously, persistent appetite changes could point to something more severe, such as stomach cancer, pancreatic cancer, liver disease, or gallbladder issues. These are all conditions that can significantly impact your appetite and digestive health, and they need to be taken seriously. I understand how easy it is to brush off these signs, especially if you've experienced them for a while. But when you notice that your appetite is consistently absent in the morning, or if the idea of food feels genuinely unappealing for several days or weeks, it's time to listen to your body and seek medical advice. The importance of catching potential problems early cannot be overstated. Sometimes, early intervention is the difference between managing a condition and letting it become more complicated. If you've noticed any drastic changes in your appetite or digestion, don't hesitate to reach out to a healthcare professional. A simple checkup can help identify what's going on and allow you to take action before things escalate. Beyond seeing a doctor, there are steps you can take every day to support your digestive health. Maintaining a regular eating schedule is crucial. Our bodies thrive on consistency, and eating meals at the same time each day helps maintain a rhythm in your digestive system. Focus on foods that are gentle on your stomach, such as whole grains, fruits, and vegetables. These nutrient-rich foods are easier to digest and help support a healthy gut. On the flip side, avoid foods that are too greasy, spicy, or heavily processed, as these can irritate the stomach lining and cause discomfort. You might also consider introducing probiotics into your diet. These are beneficial bacteria that can help regulate digestion and improve gut health. Remember though, The emotional and physical importance of a hearty breakfast goes beyond just the nutrients. There's something deeply comforting about sitting down to a warm, nourishing meal in the morning. It's more than just a way to fuel your body. It's a ritual that sets the tone for the entire day. It's an act of self-care that signals your body is still working in harmony, that you still have the energy, the vitality, and the ability to engage with life fully. If you wake up each morning with an appetite that welcomes food, it's a reminder that you are well, that your body is functioning the way it should, and that you can meet the day with strength. In a world where so much can feel out of our control, something as simple as waking up hungry is a gift. It's a beautiful reminder that, no matter how many years have passed, your body is still capable of providing you with the energy and health you need to live your best life. So, if you wake up feeling that familiar hunger, take a moment to appreciate it. Recognize it as a sign that your body is in good working order, that you're nourished, and that you're ready to take on whatever the day has in store. Treat your body with the same care and gratitude it has shown you, and you will reap the rewards of good health for years to come. Third sign: comfortable and well-functioning lower limbs upon waking up. There's nothing quite as reassuring as waking up in the morning and feeling the comfort of flexible, pain-free legs. The sensation of smooth, unrestricted movement is not just a sign of physical health. It's a testament to the intricate harmony between your body systems, and it carries an emotional weight that should not be underestimated. For those of us in our 40s, 50s, and beyond, this feeling takes on an even deeper significance. As we age, the health of our lower limbs becomes a vital indicator of how well our bodies are managing the passage of time, and it plays an indispensable role in our overall sense of independence and mobility. When you wake up and can rise from your bed with ease, without a twinge of stiffness, without discomfort in your legs, without the heavy aching sensation that so many experiences, this is more than just a small victory. It's proof that your circulatory system, musculoskeletal framework, and nervous system are all functioning in sync, like a finely tuned orchestra. It's the kind of harmony that ensures you'll be able to continue moving through life on your terms, without feeling trapped by your body's limitations. But let's pause and truly appreciate what it means when your legs feel good. Your legs are your foundation. They're what enable you to walk, dance, climb stairs, enjoy a peaceful walk in the park, or even just get through the simple acts of daily living. The ability to get up and move with confidence can drastically impact your quality of life, and this is why it's so essential to care for them. The smallest discomforts or irregularities, like feeling numb, cramped, or unusually weak, can be warning signs that something is amiss within your body. And if ignored, these warning signs can evolve into more serious concerns that affect your entire lifestyle. It's not uncommon for people to wake up and notice a limp, or find themselves struggling with walking, especially if one leg feels weaker than the other. These early symptoms should never be brushed off, as they can be the beginning of a deeper health issue. What might seem like a minor inconvenience, like occasional numbness or slight discomfort, could be a red flag for a larger problem, such as restricted blood flow or nerve damage. For example, conditions like peripheral artery disease, PAD, which limits the blood supply to your legs, or diabetic neuropathy, which causes nerve damage from diabetes, could be silently progressing. Spinal degeneration and compressed nerves are also potential culprits that can manifest as sudden leg weakness or pain. These are not issues to take lightly. If left unaddressed, what starts as a minor inconvenience could spiral into something much more debilitating. Imagine the loss of the simple joy of walking without pain, something we often take for granted until it's threatened. For older adults, these symptoms could escalate into much more severe problems, including foot ulcers, infections, or even the heartbreaking loss of mobility altogether. I can't stress enough how crucial it is to listen to your body, especially when it comes to leg health. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Morning leg cramps, although often brushed off as a fleeting nuisance, are another important warning sign. These cramps can indicate an imbalance of vital minerals like potassium, calcium, and magnesium, which are essential for proper muscle function. For anyone in their middle years or beyond, it's vital to pay attention to these signals. as they can often be tied to the body's ability to maintain muscle integrity and function. Furthermore, it's worth noting that persistent leg pain or weakness could point to musculoskeletal disorders like arthritis, knee joint degeneration, or osteoporosis. These conditions can be insidious, silently affecting the structure of your legs and making every step a challenge. The thought of living in constant discomfort, struggling just to get through the day, is enough to make anyone feel overwhelmed. But the good news is that, when caught early, many of these conditions can be managed or even reversed with the right care and attention. If any of these warning signs, whether it's numbness, cramping, or difficulty moving, resonate with you, it's time to take action. Don't wait for things to get worse. Visit your doctor for a thorough evaluation. Early detection is everything. The earlier you address potential issues, the more likely it is that you can prevent further complications down the road. It's empowering to know that, with the right approach, you can take control of your health and protect your mobility. Beyond professional care, there are lifestyle changes you can make today to improve and maintain leg health. A well-balanced diet rich in healthy fats, vitamins, and minerals is your first line of defense. Incorporating regular, light exercises like walking, cycling, or yoga into your routine helps to keep your muscles strong and your blood circulating effectively. These activities don't just keep you physically fit, they also give you the emotional reassurance that you're doing everything you can to live an active and fulfilling life. Hydration is another essential piece of the puzzle. Drinking enough water every day ensures that your circulatory system stays healthy, allowing blood to flow freely through your body. And remember, don't stay in one position for too long, whether sitting or standing. This simple change can make a huge difference in preventing stiffness and discomfort in your legs. The feeling of waking up with comfortable, well-functioning legs is so much more than just a physical sensation. It's a gift. It means that you have the freedom to live your life on your terms, moving through each day without hesitation, pain, or fear. When you care for your legs, you are investing in your independence and, by extension, your overall happiness. These legs are what carry you through the world. Don't take them for granted. Treat them with the love and attention they deserve, and they will continue to serve you well for years to come. A new chapter begins. Sophia stood at the edge of a life she had once believed was everything. She had given up her home, her life as she once knew it, but the $20 million in her bank account, money she had never truly needed, was enough to set her free. It wasn't the wealth that defined her now, nor the material things, but the raw, painful truth of what had been. The marriage she had given her heart and soul to was over, and he had made sure of that, speaking to her in a tone as cold and distant as a man who had never cared. His words were blunt, devoid of tenderness or remorse. "You'll never find a better marriage than this one," he had said, his voice carrying the finality of a man discarding an unwanted gift. At that moment, Sophia realized that in his eyes, she had become little more than a thing, an object with no worth, something to be thrown away now that it no longer served his purpose. His gaze was as empty as his words, devoid of the slightest hint of empathy, regret, or sorrow. There was no pain in his expression, no lingering affection. It was as though he saw her as a mere inconvenience, a problem to be solved as quickly as possible. He watched her silently, standing tall across from her, the papers of their divorce between them, as if he expected her to crumble into desperation. But she didn't. She didn't flinch, not even for a second. Sophia remained calm, unshaken, her face serene yet determined. She didn't beg, didn't plead for him to reconsider, didn't show the slightest sign of vulnerability. She simply stared at the neatly placed divorce papers before her, running her gaze over every word with precision. It was as though each line, each sentence, was a sharp reminder of the humiliation he had caused, but she wouldn't give him the satisfaction of seeing her break. No, she wasn't going to react the way he expected her to. Instead, she smiled, a smile that wasn't weak, nor apologetic. It was steady, serene, almost triumphant. She lifted her head, meeting his gaze for the first time with unflinching eyes. For the first time in years, she didn't look away. And then, without hesitation, she turned to the lawyer beside her and asked the simplest question, but one that carried the weight of her defiance. "Do you have a pen?" The lawyer, a man who had witnessed countless divorces, was taken aback. He had seen women in pain, women who were broken by betrayal, but never one who seemed so composed, so entirely in control. He handed her the pen, his patience wearing thin, urging her to sign the agreement, expecting her to follow suit. "Everything seems in order," he said, almost dismissively. "Please sign." But Sophia didn't sign. She remained still, her gaze unwavering. She wasn't there to accept what was handed to her, to let him dictate the terms of her life. She was going to reclaim her voice. "Sign it," he said, trying to force her hand, his voice dripping with certainty as if it was the only thing left in the world to say. He believed that in this final act, she would crumble beneath his coldness. But just as the air seemed to freeze around them, there was a sound, sharp, defiant, the unmistakable sound of paper being torn. At that moment, everything shifted. His eyes widened, disbelief filling his gaze. "What are you doing?" he shouted, his voice betraying his confusion and anger. He stood, completely caught off guard, as Sophia tore the divorce papers in half right in front of him, a symbol of her refusal to accept his version of their story. She wasn't going to let him erase her. She wasn't going to let him define the end of her. Sophia met his gaze with quiet pride, unyielding. "I won't sign. If we're getting a divorce, I'll be the one to write the papers. And remember this, I'm leaving you. You're not leaving me." Her voice was calm, but there was power in every word, a deep, silent strength that rattled him more than he would ever admit. Her words were a slap to his fragile ego, a reality check he wasn't prepared for. He had imagined her as a passive bystander at the end of their marriage, someone who would quietly accept whatever he handed her. But Sophia, she was no one's pawn. She stood before him like a woman who had been awakened, strong, resolute, and unapologetic. Confusion swept over him, mingled with a growing sense of helplessness. He couldn't understand it. What is she doing? Doesn't she know where she stands? How is she so certain? His mind raced, trying to find some way to regain control, but he couldn't. Not this time. Sophia remained unmoved, her eyes cutting through him like a blade. "No, you're wrong. I'm not hesitating. I simply want clarity. If we divorce, I will be the one to make that decision, not you." She didn't wait for his response. Instead, with deliberate grace, she reached for the pen, snatched it from the lawyer's hand, and began to write. Her handwriting was steady, her movements sharp with purpose. She wasn't simply filling out forms. She was reclaiming her life. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. "I've been your wife for a year," she continued, her voice unwavering. "I didn't contribute to our wealth. I was an orphan with nothing. But now, I'm leaving with nothing. I'm shedding the past like a snake sheds its skin. The last year, it was just a fog, a haze of confusion. But now, I'm ready to start fresh. I'm ready for a new chapter, one that's mine." Her words, filled with strength and resolve, struck deep. For the first time, he felt small, insignificant in a way he had never experienced before. He thought he had the power, but here she was, walking away with dignity, with pride, with nothing but her own will to guide her. Even the lawyer, who had witnessed the wreckage of so many failed marriages, couldn't hide his surprise at Sophia's composure. He was silent, watching in awe as she signed the papers, with no hesitation, no fear. She handed the papers back to him, and his face tightened with tension. But there was no denying the respect in his eyes now. "If you want it this way," he said, his voice colder than before, but with an air of reluctant acceptance, "I don't object." He turned, his hand reaching for the door, but before he could leave, Sophia spoke again, her voice quiet but full of resolve. "Wait." He turned back, the faintest hint of a smirk playing on his lips. "Why the hesitation now?" he mocked, though his curiosity was piqued. Sophia stood, her confidence radiating. With a graceful yet purposeful movement, she removed the diamond ring from her finger and placed it in his hand. "This belongs to you," she said softly. "From now on, let's never see each other again." For a moment, he looked at the ring in his hand, his expression darkening, but still he said nothing. He turned and walked out, without another word. The door clicked shut behind him, leaving Sophia standing alone. She stood there for a moment, her eyes empty of emotion, before turning away. The past was behind her, and with it, all the weight she had carried. A new chapter was unfolding before her, one she would write with her own hands. Free, unburdened, and without regret, Sophia embraced the future, unafraid, undeterred, and finally, wholly herself. Wow, what a powerful journey Sophia's story has been. Through her courage, strength, and resolve, she teaches us that no matter the challenges or how much we've been hurt, we can always reclaim our power, rewrite our stories, and step into a future that is truly our own. It's a reminder that we all can stand tall, no matter the circumstances, and make decisions that reflect our true worth. So, what have you learned from Sophia's experience? Is there a moment, a lesson, or an insight that resonated with you today? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please take a moment to share one thing you've learned and how you plan to bring it into your own life. If you enjoyed this video and found value in the message, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, the power to create your future is always in your hands.